Hi everyone, welcome to another video here at One-to-One IT Coaching Australia YouTube channel. Today we're going to start a brand new topic, which is Microsoft OneNote, and it's unlocking your productivity, mastering Microsoft OneNote for smarter note-taking. Now, basically, let's talk about OneNote. Now, OneNote is a digital notebook that allows users to capture and organize information in a flexible and free-form manner. Now you can do things like sections and pages, handwritten notes and drawings, multimedia, integration, syncing across your devices so you can use notebooks across many different devices. The most important thing is the collaboration. You can actually share notebooks with each other and tagging and searching where you can find information within documents. So let me share my screen with you and let's get underway with a video tutorial on OneNote. So I'll share my screen. And what I'll do is I'll assess OneNote, which is list. When you type it here, it'll come up with a top hit, or you can have it pinned to your taskbar. So I might just go new. And when I go into new, this is the first section that you'll actually see. On the left-hand side, you'll find info about the notebook and where it's actually stored. Mine's stored on the third-party Microsoft cloud software, OneDrive. If I go to new, which you can see, you can open a recent notebook, save it to your OneDrive, open it from your PC or in the cloud, or browse whether it's located in a different folder. Obviously open the notebook from a different location. You can actually print it as well. You can share it with somebody, and we'll show that to you a little bit later on. And also, you can export it as a file. So I can export it as a Word document, Adobe Acrobat document, or I can export it as a single web page. And I can also send it to somebody as an email, or as an attachment, a PDF, Word, and I can even also put it in a blog. If I click on Account, this gives me information about my Microsoft account and the version of OneNote. And then if I go to Options, this is the place where I can change the various settings in OneNote. All right, so I'll go to File. I'm going to create a new notebook. So I'm going to give it my learning, or call it Dean's Learning Journal. And we'll go Create Notebook. So it gives us the message that the notebook has been created, and it asks me whether I'd like to share it with other people. And I'm just going to say not now. So when you go into this particular screen, you'll see the title, and then there's something in here called sections where you can actually create different pages for your notebook. So what we'll do is we're going to create 3 different separate pages. So the first one is already created for us, and that's new section. So we'll rename that as Work. We'll create another one called Personal. So I have to right click on that, rename it, call it Personal. And the other one, click on it, and we'll just right click there and go Home. All right, so we've got Work, Personal, and Home. The next thing that we need to do is to write in some content. So what I will do is write a short paragraph about work. But first of all, I'll give it a title, which I can do here. So I'll put in here Dean's schedule work for today. Okay, and I'm going to write a short paragraph on it. So today, on the 14th of April, Dean is going to create a video for the One-to-One IT Coaching Australia YouTube website on Microsoft OneNote. He will talk about OneNote. My spelling there. And he will talk about the various functionality about OneNote. And I might just do something for personal. Dean's personal schedule for today. And we can put in the text there. Today, Dean needs to go shopping to buy food and also pay some bills. And he also is expecting phone calls from people during the day. And he has a couple of clients to meet up with for one-to-one IT coaching Australia. Now in my home, oops, I might just get rid of that one. So I will delete that. And I just might put in there my work, means work schedule. Then retype this again. Dean needs to create a tutorial video for one-to-one IT coaching Australia YouTube channel. YouTube channel where he is going to explain functionality of Microsoft OneNote. Okay, so I might rename that section as work. So we've created 3 paragraphs in here. Now, we'll talk about the formatting of the text. So, for instance, let's go now into home, and this takes us into the formatting, the ribbon display. What we're going to do is format the text. So we need to highlight all that as an example. Then we can choose the font. Might make it as, let's see, Arial. Make it 12. And you can see the font changes a bit like Microsoft Word in other Office packages. Don't know why it's not doing that. I might just, there we go. And we can bold it, we can italics it, we can underline it. So we can do all the normal features that we can do in Word. So what we might do is do a bulleted list. So, for example, today Dean needs to, okay, go shopping and buy food. Might get rid of that. Pay bills. Leave that as that. And get rid of this. Okay. I'll get rid of that. So we can put in bullets and numbering here by highlighting the text. Okay. And you can put in here bullets and numbering, which you can see when I move my mouse over it. And you can put it into bullets and numbering and stylize it any way you want. You can do it, you can choose other ways as well by choosing the various types of bullets or numbering. I might do the ticks. Okay, so that's just an example of how you use the formatting and the content when you are actually in Microsoft OneNote. Now we're going to learn how to use handwriting and drawing tools. So if we go back into home, now if we go to draw, when we click on draw, we get the drawing tools. For example, you've got the rubber, the drawing tools, the pen, the red. It might be a little bit difficult because I'm operating with the mouse, but if I click on that drawing tool and write my name, I'm doing this with the mouse. It's better if you have a stylus or a pen. And using OneNote is probably more suitable for a stylus or a tablet rather than a desktop. But if your desktop has drawing capability and if it's got a stylus capability, you should be able to use this. But I'll just show you how you use the drawing tools as well. So Dean is, okay. Well, it's not too bad, isn't it? Demonstrating. It's a bit hard using a mouse. Dean is demonstrating OneNote. There you go. Not very good, but as you can see, it works. So you can change the colors as well. Let's try and change. You can change the thickness to maybe 1 mm. We can put it sort of like a border around it as well. You can erase it. You've got a stroke eraser as well, so you can use the eraser to delete all or to get rid of what you've done with the pen. Okay, very nice functionality there. You can use, what about this one? So you can use different sorts of various pens with the drawing tools as well. When you click on add, not sure why that's not working, you can use different styles of pens. You can highlight with a pen, a highlighter, a fountain pen, or a brush pen. Let's see if we can use a brush pen. Okay, so there's a different style there as well. Now, let's move on to our home. And let's talk about inserting image files. So the first thing, what we'll do is record an audio clip, which will be interesting. So let's see if we can record a video. All right, what we'll do is we'll record a video. So when you click on insert and then record video, and we'll record it and say, hello, this is Dean's work schedule for today. Hopefully that worked. Let's see. That didn't work. We'll try this one. This is Dean's work schedule for today. Hopefully that, and it did work. Okay, so it allows you to do that. And what we can do is annotate it as well. This is Dean's work schedule for today. All right, so what we can do is we can annotate that this by saying this is Dean's work schedule for today in the video as well. So you can do that. Now, let's talk about sharing and collaboration. So if I move to home, and then what I will do is go to file and then go share. What I can do is actually share the learning journal with someone else. So I'm going to send it to my One-to-One IT Coaching Australia account. And I'm going to have it put in a message to that person by saying, hi there, I'm sharing sharing, whoops, I'm sharing my OneNote notebook with you. And what you can also do is send them a link, but what I'll do is I'll just go send. So that's actually sent. So what I might do is go into my Chrome to see, or my email to see whether that's actually worked. Not sure why my Chrome is not starting. So I might have to get out of that for a second. Yep, I'll close that. Go to Chrome. Not sure why it's not starting. Here we go. Might actually go to my Firefox. Let's see if this works. Why isn't Chrome not starting? So if I go to open that up. Oh, here we go. So if I jump into my Gmail, okay, not that account, so I might just switch over to that, to my other account. And you can see here that Dean and Mellon shared a file with you, and it's Dean's Learning Journal. Okay. Now, let's now move on to setting up tags. So I'll go out of this. Might just move this down a little bit. It's better. So I've got this screen in the way. Let's create what's known as a to-do tag. I'll just move this, just going home. So I might just do a to-do tag. This is an important task that Dean needs to do today. So you can create different tags or to-do tag. When you do a to-do tag, Dean needs to upload this to YouTube this afternoon. And you can actually use the checkbox to make sure that it's actually completed. Now you can also just bear with me for a second, sorry. You can also create links. I won't go to that one. So if we create a link, actually we'll go to this one, sorry. So we'll create a link. So if we right click on this one, go to link and put in here one-to-one IT Coaching Australia. We need to put in the YouTube link. I'll get that link in just a second. Don't have the link on me. I might just find the link. Just 1 second. I'm just going to get the link to my website, my YouTube site. And so I can copy that link in there. And we'll put it in our work one. Sorry, no. It's going to be in that one. Okay, so it says here, Dean needs to upload this to the one-to-one IT Coaching Australia this afternoon, and it'll give you the link to actually put that into. Okay. You can also, embed, or you can actually record audio as well. So if we go across now into insert, not sure why record audio is not there. No, for some reason, record audio is not in my list there, so probably it's not enabled. So I can put in pictures as well from a camera if I liked. I can also put in from a file. As we said, we can put in a link. We can actually transcribe. Oh no, actually record audio is here. My apologies. It's under the transcribe button. So let's record some audio. So that's actually recording. This is Dean's work schedule for the 14th of April at 11:47 a.m. So what we do is we stop the recording. Let's record some audio. As you can see there, so that's actually recording. This is Dean's work schedule for the 14th of April at 11:47 a.m. So what we do is we stop. There we go. So we've shown you how to share as well. I think that's just basically it for this particular recording. You can also email the page as well. No, so actually, hang on, sorry. So we'll go no. So I might just go to these options here, file, and then if we go share, we've already done share, my apologies. I'll go to file. My computer's sort of playing up, but if I go export, I can export the page, I can export the section, or I can export the notebook. So what I'll do is I'll export the notebook to a PDF and then click on export. And then I can save it to the location that I want. And if I go to my file, should be here. Whoops. I don't know why it didn't save, but I'll do that again. So if I go file, then export, PDF, should be in my one-to-one Australia. Save. It doesn't seem to be appearing on my thing here, but I'll just make sure. I'm in the wrong folder. Might save it to a different location, so I'll go File, Export, PDF. Might save it to the desktop to make it a little bit more easier. And save. And there it is. And if I double click on it, bring it up, and it's actually there as well. Okay, well, there are many other things that you can do with the Microsoft OneNote. We do have a course, which is 5 weeks, which costs 500 Australian dollars, and we cover a lot more in Microsoft OneNote, which will also cover things like syncing. So if you're interested in doing the course, you can do it one-to-one. Just book a time on our course offer, our pricing section under one-to-one remote courses, or if you wish to do the group course, you can actually do that through the remote group courses link, which will take you through to EduTrainer, and you can join the course of how many people that there are on the actual session, which will be Zoom web streamed. Okay, hope you've enjoyed that video. Remember to hit the like button on this particular video, and subscribe to our channel if you don't mind. That'll be great. Until next time, I'll see you then. Bye for now.